Yeah, and then I posted like a short and it got 0 views, like not even like 12. It got like 0. I was like, fuck. Chicken and pork deep fried Momo? What's Momo? Nepalese chicken? Fuck. You're always having dinner when it's stream time. I used to make it enjoyable. Yeah, exactly. Now it's just like you got to just release the pressure. Dumplings, oh my god. It sounds amazing, dude. England has some good Nepalese food. Waist high. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome in Freezing. Everybody follow Freezing. All right. So, what did I do this weekend on the game? Not too much. Let's go here. You guys won't hear the game. It still says maggot and everything. What I got to work on now is getting this, getting a new enemy with like a new melody and all this shit. I got the crab, kind of the just very basic animation. So now it's time to work on this kind of like enemy class so that we can have multiple enemies. Michael Cleveland, the fiddle player. I don't think I have. Let's look this guy up. Is he in a band or is he just a solo guy? American Blue. Man, these bluegrass guys are fucking, they're nutty, dude. Dude, that's sick. Let's throw some on. I will admit I can't listen to too much bluegrass. It all starts to sound, what is it, Michael Cleveland? It all starts to sound exactly the same to me after 2 songs. But let's throw some on. Flamekeeper, that's a sick fucking. Looks like an album. Exactly. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. 10-pound pork loin. Oh my god. Yeah, bluegrass is very much like, I do find after about 2 or 3 tracks, I'm like, all right, I get it. But these guys can fucking play, man. Okay, so I'm thinking, I was thinking originally I was gonna have to make like an enemy class and have like polymorphic, like instantiate them, but I don't think I'll actually have to. I think I will be able to just make it like some structs. So let's go, let's make enemies.h. I'll just make it a namespace, I think. Or, yeah, we'll make a struct enemy. It is great. I mean, I play in a bluegrass band, kind of bluegrass. Bluegrass players will tell you it's not bluegrass, but I'll say bluegrass usually because it puts the right image in people's heads. So yeah, obviously I like it, but it does get a little samey. Okay, so what are the enemies going to do? They're going to need a name. base pelts. So int base pelts. We're gonna need a texture 2D, so we're gonna need raylib. We're gonna need texture 2D pointer, or wait, no, animated sprite. Rotating animated sprite, which I'm gonna have to include. Am I like not in the fucking? Oh, that's why. How gatekeepy can be. It's pretty much every like. I feel like everything is gatekeepy. Honey, you welcome in. Good to see you too. Like every like community has its gatekeepers. Like I feel like the boomerang community probably has gatekeepers. The competitive boomerangers. Taxi on your way home? Hell yeah. But yeah, they absolutely can be. Like, wait, what? You didn't play G the whole fucking time? What are you doing? Okay, and then yeah, those fucking boomerang elitists, man. I've had enough of them. Okay, and then I was asking ChatGPT about this because there's still some C++ stuff that I don't really get. So this was saying make a struct called enemy. And oh, this is basically like a constructor, I guess. But it just returns a simple type. Okay, I see. So we could probably just do this in the same file, all right? So we could go namespace enemies. Enemy, okay. Oh, I see. And then this is a function that returns an enemy. I see. Okay. So let's try this. We'll go maggot. Yeah, right. Function. So enemy, it'll return an enemy type. Maggot's the name of the function. We're gonna need resources. Do we want to do resources or do we just do let's do resources for now, but it might be better to just do the texture. So we'll go enemies.cpp. Include resources. Need raylib and string. Okay, so then it would be this should be capital. What the fuck's going on here? Capitalize this. We'll go enemies maggot. Okay, and then we're going to return. So name will be Weird Maggot. Base pelts will be 1, and then the sprite is going to be right. So then it would be rotating animated sprite constructor. Right. So we're gonna need X and Y. X, Y, texture 2D, animations. Right. And then a scale. So we're going to have to pass X, Y. And then what else did it need? Standard, so vector of animations. So we're going to need animation, and we're going to need vector. Classical horrific. I could see that. I used to play it all the time. I don't really have any interest in doing it at the moment. They do look like boomerangs now. How come? Why are you taxiing today, Kesselos? Are you out and about? Jalopy, good to see you. Working on getting more enemies into the game now. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough bluegrass. I've had enough already. Let's go here. What have we been listening to lately? This is a good one. Couldn't be arsed. Hell yeah, that's fair, dude. Watch the Red Rock show. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a bucket list. Way too much. I was just talking about how traditional bluegrass, after about the third song, it's like, okay, this is the exact same song over and over and over again. Okay, so then we'd go X, Y, the texture 2D pointer. So we would go, it would be, we want the address of resources.maggot. Then we're going to pass in the animations, right? So I'll do a couple things here. So we'll go const expr float. Actually, I might even have this in utils already. Let's see. Base texture scale, yeah. Might not need it there, though. I think I'll put it here. Okay, and then we want to make these animations. So I think right now I have that in battle box at the top. No, battle. Oh, right, and then they need a note sequence. So they're gonna need a vector of animations called animations. And they're going to need a vector of note infos. We'll just call it note sequence. And then note info. Where does that type come in? I can't remember. Whoops. Piss off. Did you play? Okay, I have that right in battle. I can actually probably move that out of the battle class then. Leave it in there for now so I don't break anything, but let's go here. I'll actually put it in this header. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we'll yank these guys over to here. I will call this build maggot anims. We'll keep seconds per beat hard-coded for now, although eventually I'm going to want to add, I think, eventually I'm going to want to add support for different tempos. But for now, we'll just do this. I got to turn this down a little bit here. G7, some comms. So that's sick. What instrument? Happy song, him, murder ballad, all the same. Exactly. Southpaw, good to see you. Welcome in, dude. Walking to the pub. Hell yeah, dude. The old pube. All right. I wonder if this needs to be a function or if it could just be a vector. Let's just do this. We'll just go build. Leave it like this for now. And then scale. Base scale. All right. All right. So what is going on? We need that there. Excess elements in scalar initializer. Let's see here. Here we go. Was it standard? Vector of animations. Excess elements in scalar initializer. What's going on here? Oh, I see. Here we go. And then, oh wait, hold up. Yeah, never mind. I don't need to actually have to pass the animations thing because I'm just going to have these all defined in this file, I think. So we'll get rid of that. Wait. Till there. What the fuck's going on here? So delete till there. There we go. Delete till there. Okay. Okay, and then for the animations, what we'll do now, we'll do build maggot anims there. And then take this. Whoops. Okay, and we'll call this call that maggot sequence, and we'll put this here. Okay. What are we getting wrong here? Excess elements in scalar initializer. So XY const resources. Oh. There we go. Okay, and I guess we don't need string. There we go. Okay. There we go. She put it in the cupboard. It's a little uncanny. Piano first and then voice and violin. That is sick. Gonna get your pube on with some nice cold pints. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, no worries, Southpaw. I think I got a handle on it. He's back. He's back, baby. He's back and he's worse than ever. I don't know why he's like that. Okay, so then enemy, so that return. Okay, so then now what we need to do is go to our battle, and we need to include enemies. Redefinition of note info, right? Get rid of that. Okay. So we're just going to want to pass enemy to a bunch of shit. So this is going to get a little complicated here because there's a bunch of shit that's hard-coded that I'm now going to try and just pass in. Hey, he does. You almost don't even notice that he's not a real person. Proggy Gaming, hey, on YouTube. Sorry, I always miss my YouTube chat. Let me get the YouTube chat going on my other monitor here too. Give me a sec. Okay, I'll do this here. Boom. I'll get the other chat. Whoops. Boom. There we go. There we go. Now I got both chats. Proggy Game. I got it right. Hell yeah. Southby, you have a good one. Sorry, yeah. Most of my chat is on Twitch. And I just recently started sending these streams out to the YouTube as well, so I missed the YouTube chat a lot, but I got it now. Welcome in there, Proggy Game, and I appreciate you. By the way, Proggy, you're not hearing any music on YouTube, are you, right? I think I have it set up. I got Spotify playing going to the Twitch stream, but I fucked it up on my last stream, and my YouTube channel got in trouble because I was playing copyright music. Okay. All right. So, why do I actually need to hold on to resources? Okay, so I need resources to reference the sounds. There's not. Okay, sweet. Seeing if you can join Twitch. Hell yeah. Okay, so I do want to hold on to that reference. Battle holds on to the music. That's right. So Battle Box is going to need to take the enemy as well. Track needs... What does track take? I've been kind of reformatting some shit in the last couple days, and I got some stuff that I'm kind of like, what the fuck? So track doesn't hold on to resources, so we're just dereferencing. Where are we here? Dereferencing resources there to send it to track's constructor. That's fine. Next note. Does battle... So we spawn the note in the sequence, right? Track is mostly just a visual thing then, I think. Okay, so let's see here. It's always weird when you have shit working, but you got to add something new, and then you're like, shit is gonna break in the meantime. Okay, so it's gonna take resources, and it's gonna take an enemy. Unknown type enemy, because we need to include enemies.h. Grumpy, good to see you. How you doing? Can you even do covers? No. What most people do when they do covers is they just accept that they're not going to get monetized, those videos. I think I took most of my covers off YouTube though. I'm kind of switching up the YouTube channel. It's going to be mostly this kind of stuff and like recording and more working on projects and stuff. Grumpy, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Okay, so we are going to want to hold on to enemy, I'm pretty sure. Let's put enemy like here, I guess. It's pretty important. Oop. Jesus, can't spell. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to initialize that here. Okay, so anytime I'm using the animation switching is going to be a little bit weird because all the enemies are going to have different named animations. So that's going to be a little strange. Let's worry about this note sequence thing first here. So instead of sequence, here, we'll do this. We'll get rid of this. Oops. And then we'll find the errors. So it'll be enemy dot, and did I call it sequence or note sequence? I'd say let's just call it sequence. Enemy dot sequence, and same thing here. Okay. And then where I actually, we're going to have to include enemies. So enemy, and then so then how do I do this? Do I go enemies is a namespace, right? I think namespace enemies. So then it would just be enemies maggot, like that. All right, but then it needs X and Y and all this shit, which yeah. Yeah, we don't need to pass. I see. Let's undo this for now. Okay, so let's go back here. Because animated sprite needs X and a Y. It is going to be a constant, though. So I suppose we could, let's see here. Song's a little too chaotic for me right now. Let me see. Because I wonder if enemy should just hold on to a texture. If enemies just held on to a texture and then this middle battle wreck needs animated sprite, I think, right? Oh yeah, so these are already hard-coded in. So maybe we don't need... This is going to change my whole fucking... It's going to change everything. But maybe we don't need... Okay, maybe let's try this. Maybe enemy just needs to hold on to, instead of a rotating sprite, maybe it just holds on to a texture 2D. Make it a pointer. And then we don't pass X and Y. We don't make an animated sprite, but we do. So for the maggot, it would be, so we would go, it's an address. So we want the address resources.maggot, I think. No, can initialize subobject texture 2D R value const texture 2D. This confuses me a little bit. Proggy Game and hell yeah. Welcome on. Welcome to Twitch. Absolutely stuffed making a doob. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. So this needs a texture 2D. Oops. This still confuses me a little bit here. Cannot initialize member sub-object of type texture 2D pointer with an R. Oh, I know. I just got to make this const because this won't actually affect the texture. There we go. Okay, I think that makes more sense. And then what we'll do is get rid of that. Okay, so better than YouTube? Yeah, hell yeah. There's more chat. There's more features and stuff like that. I'm in the process of, this is my first C++ project, so I'm a little bit, some of this shit still confuses me a bit. Kessler is with a gifted to Proggy. Proggy and the Lobster Club, welcome on in. Good to have you here. Alrighty, let's see. So then maybe, so wherever that animated sprite gets built, which is in this guy here. So instead of that, it would just be, we would just reference our enemy's texture there. Okay, so what we will do is, here, I'm going to just close all this, start a new one. Too many tabs. So we'll start with battle. Okay, so let's think about the chain here. So we're going to pass in the enemy. Oh yeah, HP is another thing the enemies are going to need. So before we get too far, note info. So int base pelts, I will go int max HP. Maggot will be 12. We will want the music. We want the enemy. So then our battle box class is also going to need enemy. So instead of, it might not even need resources. Do we need, does it hold on to resources? I think it does for a reason. Yeah, so it does need to hang on to resources. So we'll keep that. Max HP and enemy name. We're not going to need those because we're just going to pass enemy. So bottom rect will take, it'll be enemy. Or wait, so then yeah, we're gonna need to hold on to the type of enemy here as well. So we'll go enemy. This is battle box, right? Yep. Enemy. And then this will, oops. We actually don't need that. Enemy name, don't need that. What the hell? Oh yeah, this is when I was explaining what a ternary operator is. I don't think I actually need that there. Okay, and then back in battle. So then here we're gonna want to pass resources and enemy. Knights of D, you have a great one. Food then practice. First open mic with your own songs. Hell yeah, that's exciting. What are you playing? Okay, I'm excited. What do we got here? What do we got here? Here, let me open this in. Oh, wait. I think I can control the audio here. Oh. Jeez, let me fucking control the goddamn audio. There we go. Oh shit, you're not gonna hear this, right? Sorry, I gotta keep it on Spotify so I don't get janked on YouTube. If I play this on my stream, I'll get in trouble from YouTube. But I will I'll put it on later when I'm working. Yeah, good call. What is it? Zombie Army Trilogy. Who's it by? Let me know if you see it. Is it either of these three? Nick Brewer. This one here. Nick Brewer. Why do I know that name? What else has he done? English rapper? Is this actually the same guy? Can't be, right? Maybe it is. Maybe a different guy. I know that name. Nick D. Brewer. I swear I've heard some of this guy's music before. All right. Okay. Let's try and compile this and see what all has broken. I'm sure there's a bunch of shit that's broken. Oh yeah. First of all, we're going to need to fuck, this makes me want to play the game now, dude. What is it? Enemies.cpp. This is great. This is great working music. No matching constructor for initialization of battle. Right. Okay. That'll be in game.cpp. So then it'll be enemies maggot like that, right? Too few arguments to function call. Single argument resources were not specified. All right. Oh yeah, does enemies need... Hold on a second here. Do you want to pass resources or do you want to just pass... whatever, we'll pass resources. So then battle should just... Hold on a second. It just seems weird to pass resources and then also... So... And then also have to pass resources to that enemy constructor. Bit of a code smell. Going to coding as a future job? Hell yeah, dude. Me too. I just do it as a hobby. I would love to make some money doing this, though. It's different than skills when gaming, your Achilles heel. Is it different than 4? Gameplay-wise, quite different. Just trying to think. What? It just seems like a bit of a code smell to pass resources to battle and then also have to pass it to enemies. Or pass it to the maggot constructor. Because we need to hold on to resources. So how else could we construct the enemy? Like we could just pass a pointer, I think, right? Or let me think about this. I guess like this will work. It just seems so fucking weird to I'm getting I just like my spidey senses are tingling. Passing resources to the battle constructor and then calling another constructor in that constructor that also passes resources just seems weird. Maybe it's not though. I don't know. It feels wrong. It feels like there's a cleaner way to do it. Um, no, it's not a C++ thing. It's just the way that I've structured it. Um, Game that gets easier the more stoned you get. Yeah. Um, I'm just trying to think if there's a way I could get this enemy, like, maybe I should ask ChatGPT. I don't want to fucking. I hate running to ChatGPT every time I get stuck, but fuck, it does answer. It is good for learning sometimes. Okay, so I have a battle class that takes const resources as a parameter and holds on to that reference as a pointer. Working on making this enemy class. Right now, since each enemy has an associated sprite, I pass a texture 2D pointer to its constructor. Now I have this weird thing where I call battles constructor, pass resources to it, and in that same constructor call enemies maggot, for example, which I also have to pass resources to. This feels like a code smell to me. Is there a better way to do this? No, Nick, you're out of here. Have a good one. Smells the call site has to know to pass resources twice for one logical operation. Enemy factory inside battle using resources. The caller should need to know battle needs resources for its enemy too. Enemy type enum. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's go back to enemies. So we got node info, the actual enemy type. Enemy type. Okay, so then we'll just go maggot and crab are the only two I've got right now. Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay. So then, battle. Will actually take enemy type. And then in game, we'll pass enemy type, enemy type. Enemy type does not revert to a value. Why not? Enemy type, did I spell this wrong? Enum class enemy type. Does game does include, okay. Interesting. Enemy type, so it doesn't like that, hey? Okay, so first thing, why doesn't it like this type? It doesn't like my enemy type. No matching constructor for initialization. Enemy type does not refer to a value. Interesting. It's a defined in enemies.h, I believe. Enum class enemy type. ENEMY type. I must have just spelled this wrong. ENEMY type. No. The battle, let's see. Oh, I probably didn't change it here. That's probably what has to happen. Let's try that. No, still. Enemy type does not refer to a value. And then it's telling me enemies.h is not used directly, but it is. It's used directly right here where I'm defining enemy type. So that's weird. I wonder if I can't have multiple types defined in the same file, maybe. I'll ask ChatGPT about this. This is enemies.h. When I try to use the enemy type as a parameter to construct my battle, I get the error. Enemy type does not refer to a value. I'm including enemies.h in game.cpp. Just yank this whole thing. You get ripped and they get got. Yeah, dude, I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it when I'm stone. Enemy type is a declaration, not a value. You just pass the enum value directly. Oh, because I'm actually calling it here. Yeah, fuck. I'm an idiot. Right, so it would be enemy type maggot, like that. There we go. I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay, and then, so let's go back to battle. So then now, okay, so then now here our actual enemy. So what was it saying about this? Enemies create. Yeah, so I got to restructure this. Okay, here. So maybe we'll do this. So we'll go const resources and then enemy type. Oh yeah, type specifier. It's going to return an enemy. And then okay, so then we'll go enemies. So it'll be returns an enemy. Enemies create. enemy type, enemy type. And we'll do a switch. Enemy type, we'll go case maggot. And then we'll do so then this, we'll yank this here. So yank 7J. Move that all back one more. Okay, and then we'll go mark that one as default as well. Okay, and then we'll go back here. So then enemy is going to be enemies create resources enemy type. And then enemy takes, what's going on here now? Const resources. All right, so I passed a pointer, so I need to dereference the pointer. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now let's see what we broke. We should took more time. It takes a long time. It's hard, but it's I love it. It's so much fun. All right, let's see what happens. Fortnite, dude, Fortnite's so hard. I got into Fortnite a little bit over COVID. And fuck. It's so hard. All those battle royale games, I'm just so bad at them. Okay, I think what's going on now is we got to go to this. Battle box. I think I have this hard coded to be the crab at this point. So rectangle sprite. So okay, so in battle boxes constructor, middle rect, do we want to just pass? We'll probably just want to pass enemy. We probably don't even have to pass resources. Let's try this here. So we'll go, I'm just going to overload this for now. So we'll go middle battle rect, enemy type, or do we even need, no, we can just pass texture. We'll just pass texture 2D pointer. And we'll just build the sprite out from there. Let's try this. Okay, and then our sprite is just going to be, we'll go and then we'll go texture. Okay, and then we'll go to battle box. And in middle rect, what we're going to do is we're going to go enemy. So now enemy has, it's just called texture, right? So then let's try this. Whoops. Enemy dot texture. No matching constructor. So middle battle right. So what does it take? Oh yeah, because I got to change it in. Oh no. Texture 2D pointer. Enemies. Texture. Const texture 2D pointer. That's what it is. And then we'll change this. There we go. And then that should be fine in BattleBox now. Yes. Okay, let's see what happens here. Exactly. Me too. Me too, Castellos. That and Warzone was the same thing. I tried to get into that a little bit. I tried to get into StarCraft again a little bit. I actually liked the building. Like, I thought that it's a cool thing that is unique to Fortnite, which I thought was cool. But I was just so bad at it. All those battle royale games, like you really have to put in, you got to have the hours to put in to get good. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's working. All right, so now let's define a crab one. And let's see if we can get the crab one working. So let's go to enemies.h. We'll do, oh, I got to do break here. And then we'll do case, enemy type, crab. And then it'll be, so we'll return another enemy. We'll call him an old crab. Oh no, that's right. Old crab, we'll give him 1 extra pelt. I don't know, 10 HP, let's say. And then this will be, so we need the address of resources.crab. I'll just pass in the same animation. So we'll go build maggot anims. And we'll do the maggot sequence again. Okay, and then let's go to our game class, and let's just pass in crab instead of maggot, and just see what happens. It should just be the different image, I think, at this point. I don't think it'll do anything too different. Strictly zero build. Slip, slop. Welcome on in. Can't wait for it. Hey, thank you very much. I've been posting about it a little bit, and there's a couple. It's interesting because, like, when I was posting about SPACEMAN, like, everyone's seen a space shooter before, right? So there wasn't obviously a ton of interest, but I've been posting on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram, like, anytime I have a little update. And there seems to be there's a very small group of people that are already kind of interested in it, which is cool. Got to take the eldest cat to the vet. Mystery lump. Ah, damn. Sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. Okay, let's see. So let's see if we get the crab. All right. It might crash when we hit the notes. No, it's all good. It's so pricey, dude. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I say 10 HP for the crab? I think I did, right? Where's crab? Yeah, 10 HP. Cool. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. So HP. So again, this is going to be const resources, pointer resources, and then I got to dereference that. Right. Okay. I think this all makes sense. I might have to plug this all into Chat GPT after to make sure I'm not fucking everything up. Right. And then I'm going to have to make a new track. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So HP is going to be enemy dot max HP. And this will also be enemy.max HP. So now when we do the crab, let's see. So it should just be 10 HP dots there, and then it should count back up. Let's see. So let's see if all these extra pelts get created. Boom, they do. Okay, sweet. It's all working. It's all working. Let's do a get here. Go enemies namespace, enemy type enum and enemy type. Cool. All right, what time is it? 1:30. Got a half hour here still. So here's something we can do. Actually, you know what we'll do before I get too ahead of myself here? Let's do some cleanup. So we'll walk down this chain here, starting with battle, starting with the battle class. So I don't need this shit anymore because that's now in the enemies class. Okay, so we do need resources. Battle needs to hold on to resources. Battle is going to own the music because it might be different per battle. It's going to reference its own enemy. I mean, fuck it. It kind of almost doesn't. We have this HP and max HP. We could just change this to just reference the enemy. So let's do this. Let's go here. Okay, so I can get rid of this note sequence. And I should be able to get rid of this as well. Let's comment it out first so I don't break anything. Whoops. Okay, so then everywhere we have HP and max HP, let's just reference the actual enemy here. So it doesn't even look like... Or actually, you know what? Where's max HP referenced? We might not even need that one. But we will keep this one. Okay, I think that's all good. Track, I got to do some work on that one still. State, we need HP, we need the timer. Okay, all that stuff we still need. Get rid of that. Whoop. Get rid of that. Go through and just get rid of some of this commented out shit. Okay, make sure nothing broke. Dude, I've always been so bad at Battle Royale games. What's the temperature today? I think it's actually quite nice. -1? Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, still seems to be working. Okay, we don't need that max HP. Okay, so now Let's go battle box. Let's see if there's anything we don't need. Does, you know, like I'm wondering if, back to battle actually here. Do I even need to store the enemy in here? I'm wondering. Spawn node enemy.sequence. Oh, yeah. We do. Okay, yeah, never mind. We will keep a reference to the enemy. Okay, all right. Okay, now we'll do battle box. So we need to hold on to references. We can get rid of, get rid of that. You were approached by, and then here, oh yeah, did it still say, when we ran it, it still said weird maggot, even though it was a crab, right? So let's change that. So then we'll go do, and it'll be enemy dot name. Which game was what? Sorry. By old crap. Oh yeah, you know what I'm gonna have to do is let's say versus an for enemy names. Boxes are round. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. It's very, very early on this rhythm game, but we're getting. I'm pretty excited. So this is here. What I'll do is I'm gonna pause the Spotify so I can actually play the audio. If I play copyrighted music on YouTube, I get yanked. Check. This is a brand new brand. I've been working on it, I don't know, a couple of weeks, a month maybe. It's going to be like a top-down RPG style thing, but instead of having like turn-based combat, it's going to be rhythm-based. So what we're doing right now is just the battle system. So every enemy in the game, let me go back to the, I'll go back to the maggot actually, because he's a little bit, whoop. He's a little more fleshed out here. I got to get incremental builds going because these compile times are already driving me nuts. So each enemy will have kind of a melody that you got to play to like beat the enemy. If you kill him, you get a base number of pelts, and then however many extra notes you hit. So that's basically what I've been working on now. So I got it all kind of hard coded working with that maggot. So now I'm trying to make it work with the crab too. So the crab will have a different melody than the maggot with like a different inputs and stuff like that. So it's very, very early, but I'm still working on it. So I've only ever made one other game. I can actually show you. Shameless plug here. I'll show you my other game. You can get it on Steam. It's $2. I started making games over COVID, so like 5 years ago, and I just have like a graveyard of unfinished projects. So this last game I made was my sort of like just finish a project. And this one took me like 9 months. And it's like a 10-minute playthrough.
Play the new Spaceman? This fast.
So this one's gonna it'll take a good couple of months at the very least, this one. I think I'll be a little faster than the last one because I learned so much.
Spaceman, now available on Steam. Do you have what it takes?
So hopefully not more than 6 to 9 months to make this one, but who knows. Or yeah, £1.69 in the UK. I think it's like, what is it in Canadian dollars? $2.59 Canadian. This is a super fun project. It turned out okay, I think. Yeah, and I like to do things the hard way too. Like for me, making games is like, it's almost just an excuse to like write code. I've really fallen in love with the programming aspect of it and like the software architecture. So this one, I'm just writing it in C++. So it'd probably be a little bit shorter if I used an engine or something, but I like learning about coding and software and shit. So yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Proggy. I appreciate that. Yeah, exclamation point game. If you're in the Twitch chat, you can get Spaceman. I'm trying to get to 50 reviews. What are we at? We're at 9. Once you get 50 reviews, that's when you get your rating, like positive or very positive or whatever. So if you play it and you would like to leave a review, I would very much appreciate it, even if it's not a positive review. Just to get them reviews up. Anyways, what time is it? 1:40? Yeah, we'll go for 20 more minutes or so here. I'm going to, let me switch the audio back out so we can play tunes again. I got to make a command to do this. There we go. Plan to drop review tomorrow? Hell yeah. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate that very much. Okay. Right. So what were we doing? We're going through Battle Box now, right? So let's go here. The blurb is shit. No, the blurb is amazing. People like the blurb, dude. I've gotten a lot of good comments on the blurb. I appreciate you doing that. I've got a lot of good comments on the artwork too. Your brother killed it, man. Okay, so yeah, we're just kind of cleaning up here. So let's go through and see. Do we need all of this shit? Excuse me. Do we need a reference to enemy in battle box? We might not. Yeah, so I don't think we actually need to hold on to this. I think we can get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. And then we'll just go here. And then, yeah, do we want to pass the enemy type? I think we want to pass the actual enemy. And I think we could make that a const. And a reference. I'm going to ask ChatGPT about this. Or wait, let's just go here. I'm still getting the hang of like const and the references and pointers and all this shit. Should I make enemy that gets past const enemy to avoid copying it into the param list and to indicate that we aren't going to modify it. Didn't have a stroke this time. He's on you. So const enemy is appropriate for the moment. It looks like you intend to store it as a member eventually. Take by value, move into the member. Say I just realized I don't actually need it beyond the constructor. So I don't need to hold on to it as a member. So in this case, passing const reference is the right call because A, we don't want to modify it, and B, there's no need to copy it into the parameter list. If we were going to store it as a member, then we'd just copy it because enemy is a simple struct, so it doesn't require a pointer. Is that right? Almost, but enemy isn't actually that cheap to copy since it contains vector members, animations, and sequence. So if you're storing it, the move pattern is still right call over plain copy. I see, okay. So take by value, move into member. The general rule of storing as a member, take by value and move. Simple flat structs with no heap allocated members, but once there are vectors or strings involved, you want to move. Okay. Why? These are the little rabbit holes I go down, which I end up not making any fucking progress because I just keep asking it questions, but I'm curious. So why don't we use move in the parameter list itself? Something you do to an existing value, not part of how you declare a parameter. The parameter declaration just says take by value. What actually happens at the call site depends on what the caller passes. Oh, then you standard move inside the initializer list. So let's see. So when I actually call BattleBox's constructor, I might do it like or something, for example, let's see. Okay, got it. So if enemies remember battle you no longer need after constructing, then I would move. I see. Okay. I think that makes sense. Okay, so in this case, I just got to clarify this. So in this case, battle has, so now when I call battle, let me just see here. So then battle itself, let's see. Right, so that just gets created right in there. Okay, so in this case, battle has enemy as a member. And since Battle Box just needs to reference that for its own constructor, we put a const reference to that struct. Battle has an enemy member. Since Battle Box just needs to reference that, we put a const reference to the struct in the constructor to avoid copying. Copying, moving, etc. It just needs to see it for construction. Proggy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Battle owns enemy. Battle Box just needs to peek at it during construction. Okay. All right. I'm figuring this out. I'm figuring this C++ shit out. Okay, so we don't actually need enemy in there. That's very nice. Okay, so I think Battle Box is all good still. So then the only other one is this middle battle rect class. Get rid of that constructor. Okay, and just make sure there's no... That all looks good, I think. Make sure we didn't break anything. Chicken fillet. Very nice. All right, make sure we didn't break anything, and then we'll leave her there for today. I got an appointment in about a half hour. Everything's still working. Okay, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. We'll just call enemy type integration. Cool. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. By the way, I do have a schedule here since I'm off. By the way, anyone who's new here, I play in a band for a living. I play in a band called the Dead South, but I'm off tour right now because I had back surgery. So I'm home for going to be the better part of this year. Shut up. You shut the fuck up. The schedule. Holy fuck. Can I see my own goddamn about page here? Jesus, mother of God. What? Do I have to do a incognito here? Can you not click on someone's about when they're live? Shut up. That seems like a real, that seems like a miss. Seems like a real miss. That seems kind of really fucking weird. So you really can't? Like, let's find somebody who is not live that I follow. Yeah, so now you can click on schedule. You can't click on someone's schedule when they're live. That just seems so bizarre. Oh my God, shut up. Ah. Oh my God. This is terrible, man. There it is. It's one of the worst. Okay, well, I do have a schedule. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, right? So here's Chain Brain. There is no about, right? If you go to someone who's offline, there's about. But if you go to someone who's online, There's no about. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Twitch, what are we doing? Anyways, I do have a schedule. You have to wait till I'm offline, I suppose. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time, which is, I don't even know. I don't even fucking know what time that is any other time. Saskatchewan time, 7 p.m. A boot. Yeah, isn't that fucking stupid that you can't see someone's about page while they're live? That seems so... Like, that's ridiculous, man. That's got to be one of the worst designs ever. Why would you do that? Click your name under the live screen. Oh, so you have to click it. Oh my God, that's so stupid. So you go to someone who's live. Then you have to click their name. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So let's go here. There we go. Jesus Christ. Here's my schedule. 7 p.m. for me. I think that's 8 p.m. Eastern now, but I honestly don't know. Saskatchewan's weird. We don't change time zones. So half the year we're 1 hour behind Eastern. Half the year we're 2 hours behind. I never have a clue when it is. But yeah. Anti-Lidane, thank you. You want to know how awful current website updates are? I know. Trust me, you're preaching to the choir here. Found a new obsession with Dead South? Hell yeah. For about a month? Hell yeah, that's awesome. Okay, we're gonna find somebody to raid. Three dots from vertical to horizontal, yeah. And someone probably got paid. It's probably someone's $250K a year job to do that. Okay, who do we got? Chaotic is on. Roop is on. Bash Bunny's on. Let's read Bash Bunny. Which she's or Cakes. Cakes is on. Cakes or Bash Bunny? Let's read Bash Bunny. We rated Cakes last week. Cool. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna keep working on this game tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time. Serves zero purpose. Yeah, I know. Like, why don't you fix the algorithm that keeps recommending me the same videos that I've seen a million times? Wow, that's so nice. Hell yeah. Okay, we're going to raid Bash Bunny. I will see everybody tomorrow evening. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Have a good start to your week. And we're going to keep going tomorrow. Bye-bye.